All right, it's Thursday, December 28th, just following up on the SPY. You can see here after buying some puts on this failure of the first bar high, it has continued lower here. We're taking out the intraday lows, and we're working towards those pre-market lows, or at least yesterday's close down here, and then the ultimate pre-market lows are down here at the blue line. We'll see if it gets there. Taking out the intraday lows does bring in a little buying here. It bounced a little bit, so we'll see, if it continues. I bought those puts at the 480 puts at 325. I'm trying to scale out at 375 to set up a no-risk trade. They're asking 365 right now. So I'm close to it. If we can just get a little lower, I can set up a no-risk trade. If not, I'm not going to do much worse than break even if it fails. So this is the key here. Are we going to really come down and take out the liquidity that I see down here, or is it just taking out those intraday lows and then bouncing, which has been kind of a thing? We did that yesterday a lot. We'd take out some lows and then immediately bounce. So we're in that environment. I know that. So it's a little tricky, but hopefully we'll get a push down here that could scale me out and set up a no-risk trade, and then just see if this is the beginning of a potential failure. If we get down here to those pre-market lows, the blue line, we're going to have to get through there and get through the halfway point of the prior day to really, officially fail on this day here. So we're not there yet. But the anticipation was to give it a shot here near those highs, buy some puts. You can see the bouncing here at the intraday lows. A lot of stops were down there, but at this point, the structure on the day is still down. Given that we took out the first bar high fail, took out now that low. So, until we really get back up here strongly, the trend of the day is down at the moment, even though, we're still above the midpoint of the prior day. A little bit of conflict in that sense. But anyway, we'll see what happens here. I don't see it as much of a risk in this trade. I can kind of watch it and see if we can kind of break through this area. And if not, then, I shouldn't do any worse than really breaking even if I see kind of green develop in this area here. So let's just see if it continues lower here, and this was in fact a failure, taking things to the upside.